Hello, I'm ArchieLuxury, and today we're discussing Explorer 2s, the Polars. And I've got a good friend of mine's Explorer 2, and I've got my Explorer 2, and we're just going to do a little bit of a comparison. And Greg,
See whose is whose.
whose is whose? Now, basically, Greg,
I know which how you can externally distinguish them just by looking at it.
Yes.
I know which one is mine. I know yours is on the left, mine is on the right. Straight
Yes, away. Yes. See, mine is a no holes case, whereas my friend's is actually a holes case.
Also, if you look at yours has Swiss made, mine has Swiss on it.
Greg, I'm a middle-aged man. My eyesight isn't as
I've got
good.
Swiss on it. You've got Swiss made.
Yes, look, just comparing that now. Greg, I gotta tell you, these are both 16 570s.
Yes.
And in total honesty with you there, I gotta be honest with you, I love the solid end links. I don't know if you notice, I don't have the rattly rattlesnake bracelet. I've got the solid end links. But what pisses me off is I actually miss the holes case.
Well, you can't have everything on
because it's such a bitch to put a NATO on it or put a strap on it.
Yeah.
You know, that's the thing I miss. I also, Greg, I got to tell you, just looking at these bracelets here, you've got the flip lock bracelet, and we're just going to have a look here. The bracelets are actually
the same.
They're the same, except that I got the solid end links, and your one here is look, Greg, this is a great example. I gotta tell you, the holes case is really easier to change bracelets and fuck around with it.
Mm-hmm.
The no holes case, you've got to fiddle, and it's a real bitch. You've got to put a little instrument in there to get the fucking thing. It's just an absolute pain in the ass. And I think for a sports watch, I actually prefer a holes case. I think for a dress watch, sure, but It's how these watches go. And I gotta say, two Explorer 2s, I mean, Greg, these are the best bang per buck piece at the moment. These are amazing bang per buck. What did you pay for yours, Greg?
5,000.
Yeah, see, my one, I paid $5 from a dealer in Australia, so $5 Aussie, right, which is low fours American, plus I got the tax back.
I got tax back from mine too.
So
I was traveling
mine cost me $4.50 Aussie for a sports Rolex. That is incredible value.
But I bought mine about a year and a half later than you did.
Yes.
So they were on the rise.
They have.
And I do have box and papers with it, which does add a little bit.
Oh, I've got box but no papers. You've got box and papers. Yes. Wowzers.
Yes.
It's they're very, Greg, I love my Rolexes, and I tell you the truth.
I think yours is in a bit better condition than mine as well, but it doesn't really matter. They're still,
Greg, these are usable things. I wear my stuff. I'm not going to be a hoarder. They're not safe, Queens.
If you want to make everything's possible, you could change bezels and these things if you really want to make them brand new. But I don't think that's the purpose of people buying these.
Well, actually, Greg, to tell you the truth, you change the bezel, they know. They got little markings. These fucking things are so finicky.
Yeah.
Then they say it's a service bezel. Then they say it's a service bezel. It's a service styles. It's.
What my point is not to change it. It's to keep the original.
Yes.
And sort of if you want to make a look new watch, because you know.
Oh, but when Rolex service these things, they're such assholes. They won't give you the parts back.
You would have to get someone like an independent watchmaker to source the bezel for you.
They're just assholes now, Greg. They're not friends. They're not your friends.
No,
but Greg, I got to tell you, these two pieces here, that they are both beautiful steel stunners. I mean, when you say steel stunners, what I love about this piece is that the bezel doesn't rotate. You've got the fixed steel bezel, which I think is as sexy as they come. I think that's sexy. Now, I don't know if you noticed with my watch here, you might say, "Hey, Archie, your time is wrong." No. That's Bangkok time.
Okay.
I use Bangkok time as my main time display.
Mm-hmm.
And that's for my sweetheart in Bangkok. And I got my 24-hour time on local time. Yes. You see that, Greg? So I do use my Explorer 2. And the other reason I did that was to try and encourage me to read the 24-hour dial.
Okay.
because I'm not. I sometimes I got to really look at it, so I'm going to practice using the 24-hour dial, and that's why I've set it that way. But Greg, I got to tell you, these are.
It's funny when you look at these watches, you actually don't really look at the time. That's the funny thing.
Well,
I didn't even notice the time difference.
Well, that's how I've set mine, Greg. It's just they're absolute steel stunners, and I don't think you can get better bang per buck than these two Explorers. I mean,
True.
what would you get for the money? They're just absolute stunners. Okay, thank you so much, Greg.
Thank you.
ArchieLuxury signing out.